Approximate. What does that mean? Approximate means a rough amount or a figure, not exact, but a similar figure. You understand? So it means close. Relatively speaking. What does that mean? Relative. Relative means compared to other things. Okay. I'm gonna get closer to the TV, to the screen. So they are not close to each other compared to other things, right? They need help to meet. Sometimes the wind or rain can do this, but animals such as insects do a much better job of pollinating plants. Insects do a better job of pollinating. What does that mean, pollinate? Pollinating is fertilizing with a pollen. And this is where blooming flowers become important, right? That means this is the stage where blooming flowers become important. Essentially, blooming flowers attract birds and insects such as bees and butterflies. Essentially, what does that mean? What does essential mean? Essential means extremely important or absolutely necessary, okay? So very importantly, blooming flowers attract birds and insects. What does attract mean? Attract means make something come to it. You understand? These animals can all pollinate plants and therefore enable to reproduce. Okay? These animals can all pollinate plants and therefore, what does that mean? Therefore. Therefore is the formal form of so. So it has the meaning of so. And it's the same as thus, alright? So, enable them to reproduce. What does that mean, enable? Enable means make something possible for something. You understand? If you have N or M, E-M, right? It makes it, what comes next? So, make something able. Do you understand? Like, what does encourage mean? Encourage means give something courage. Okay. Encourage means to say that someone is doing very well and they should keep doing it. Enable them to reproduce. Let's go to the next part.
This is where blooming flowers become important. Essentially, blooming flowers attract birds and insects such as bees and butterflies. These animals can all pollinate plants and therefore enable them to reproduce. Here's what the flowers do. First, they attract animals with their sweet nectar. Bees, for example, suck the nectar of flowering plants and use it to make honey. The smell of the nectar attracts many animals. In addition, the colorful petals of many blooming flowers act as attractors. Essentially, they're like big neon signs on restaurants that read, "Eat here, delicious food." You see, birds and bees have color vision, so they can recognize the colorful flower petals. So, once attracted, either by smell or color, the animals arrive and move around inside the flower while extracting the nectar. Their movements spread the pollen from the stamen to the pistil, thereby fertilizing the plant's ovules.
Okay, what is this part about? This part is about what the flowers do, the function of flowers, right? First, they attract animals with their sweet nectar. Sweet means having a pleasant smell. Sweet nectar. What's a nectar? Nectar is the sweet liquid produced from a flower which the insects such as bees collect. Bees suck the nectar of flowering plants and use it to make honey. Suck the nectar. What does that mean, suck? Suck means to put your mouth on something and pulling out the liquid of something. Okay? The smell of the nectar attracts many animals. In addition, the colorful petals of many blooming flowers act as attractors. In addition. What does that mean, in addition? Addition is the noun for add, alright? So, in addition means to add, to say more. The colorful petals of many blooming flowers. What is a petal? Petal is the thin part of a flower surrounding it. Let me give you, this is a petal. Okay? Petal. They can be in colors or they can be white. The colorful petals of many blooming flowers act as attractors. Essentially, they're like big neon signs on restaurants that read, "Eat here, delicious food." Essentially. What does essential mean? Oh, I explained this, right? Very importantly, right? They're like big neon signs. What does neon mean? Neon signs or neon lights are the glass tubes which have neon gas inside it, and they produce bright light, bright electrical light. Neon signs. What's a sign? Sign is a shape or a mark meaning something. You see, birds and bees have color vision, so they can recognize the colorful flower petals. Birds and bees have color vision. What does that mean, vision? Vision is the ability to see. So color vision is the ability to see colors. Okay? So they can recognize the colorful flower petals. What does recognize mean? Recognize means know something. So once attracted, either by smell or color, the animals arrive and move around inside the flower while extracting the nectar. Once attracted. What does once mean? Once means after, right? So once attracted means after being attracted. The animals arrive and move around inside the flower while extracting the nectar. What does extract mean? Extract means to pull something out of somewhere else, okay? Out of something else. Their movements spread the pollen from the stamen to the pistil, thereby fertilizing the plant's ovules. Okay? Their movements spread the pollen. What does spread mean? Spread means to make something reach a larger area. Okay? Spread the pollen from the stamen to the pistil, thereby fertilizing the plant's ovules. Thereby, what does that mean? Thereby means by that or with that. Okay? Fertilizing the plant's ovules. Okay? So let's go to the next part.
The tasty fruits and berries also attract other animals and humans. When someone or something plucks and eats the fruits and berries, some seeds may get dropped on the ground or moved to new locations, where they may subsequently fall to the earth. In this manner, some of these seeds may germinate and begin growing. As a result, there are more new flowering plants. So as you can see, without blooming flowers, most plants would not survive, since they wouldn't be able to reproduce. So back to my initial...
Okay, what is this part about? The last part was about what the flowers do. This part is about what the fruits and berries do. Okay? The tasty fruits and berries also attract other animals and humans. When someone or something plucks and eats the fruits and berries, some seeds may get dropped on the ground or moved to new locations where they may subsequently fall to the earth. Okay? When someone or something plucks and eats the fruits and berries. What does pluck mean? Pluck means to pull a flower or a leaf or a fruit from its stalk, okay, and remove it, okay. Some seeds may get dropped on the ground or moved to new locations. What's a location? Location is where something is, the place, okay. Where they may subsequently fall to the earth. What does that mean, subsequent? Subsequently. Subsequent means following that. You understand? Following that. Okay? So that means after that, this happens. Alright? Subsequent. What does sequent mean? Sequent means following an order. You understand? In this manner, some of these seeds may germinate and begin growing. In this manner, what is manner? Manner is a way. In this way, okay, some of these seeds may germinate. What does that mean? Germinate means a seed starts to grow. As a result, there are more new flowering plants. So, as you can see, without blooming flowers, most plants would not survive since they wouldn't be able to reproduce. Without blooming flowers, most plants would not survive. What does that mean, survive? Survive means to manage to live, okay? Not die. What does sir mean? Sir means on top of something. Do you understand? So, vive means live. So, survive means outlive. Okay? Live beyond. Since they won't be able to reproduce. What does since mean? Since means because they won't be able to reproduce. Okay. Next part.
Since they wouldn't be able to reproduce. So back to my initial question. Why do most flowers bloom in spring in temperate climates that have 4 seasons? Well, flowers bloom then since they need to be pollinated and require time to produce seeds before colder fall and winter weather arrives. Simply put, most fruits and berries can't survive in cold weather. In fact, sometimes cold snaps in spring may damage or even kill newly growing seeds.
Okay. What is this part about? So she's explaining why do most flowers bloom in spring in temperate climates that have 4 seasons. Okay.